We might want to check this out.
Welcome back, everybody. Warsat Radio, episode 14. But that Taken King, though.
The squad's online, though.
The squad is online. This is SN95 Cobra, your host. Joined as always as my co-host, Eclipse. Say what's up, man.
What's up?
What have we been doing? Is that an obvious question?
Yeah, binging.
If
I guess
giving up all things that matter for a video game is something you can do, we've been doing that.
Yeah, since about Tuesday. I mean, we're going a little extreme now. We actually went to work, except for Wednesday. We've been to work every other day we were supposed to. Reluctantly,
Yes.
But we were at work.
We took the day off Wednesday to play all day. It's the first time I've ever taken a day off to play a video game, but I was so excited, and I could not do anything at my job Monday or Tuesday. And I was like, come on Wednesday.
Oh, man, the hype was so real.
And we'd text each other after that day going, I really don't care about what I'm doing right now. I just want to go home and play.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I've literally, I think the past 2 nights I've been, like, nothing but, like, dreaming of Destiny. It's nothing vividly that I can remember. But I wake up and that's really what I've been thinking about. And that's sad.
So we are taking King Fiends. And
we are taking.
I don't know if anyone can get this message to Bungie or anyone there. If you would help us do this, we want to say, if you do this again and again and again, we're tenure players.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
of course.
This is an excellent update.
They turned Bungie from, it used to be cocaine, now it's meth.
PCP mixed with meth that you smoke, and then you blow that smoke into a needle and inject in your veins.
Yeah.
So anyway, we haven't been extreme like that playing it that much, but we have. Well, okay, we have. But just the excitement, the feeling, you've done a good job.
Yeah.
So thank you, Bungie, for doing this. This is exactly what the game needed. Even Devin, the disgruntled Destiny player, may not be so disgruntled right now.
He is not disgruntled one bit. He's loving it. I tried to get him, we were trying to get him to record today, and I said, what if you just cut out 30 minutes and say, don't bother me for 30 minutes, and we'll just have him, Skype in, record, and then leave. And then we can do our conversation before, after, in the middle, or whatever. And he was like, I'll have to stop. I don't think I can do it. I'd have to stop. So I don't think he was really wanting to record. I think he's a little microphone shy. But
yeah, he's not the one to articulate. He's just like, I like it, and that's it. And that's fine. He's the Amalon of us. He just gets the job done.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine. But, some people don't want to talk. But update on Devin, he's enjoying it. And remember, think back a couple weeks ago, I probably won't get it because I won't be playing it.
Yeah.
Remember all that?
Yeah, I do remember that. It was more than a couple weeks ago. He finally gave in to say, yeah, I'm going to get it because y'all two are getting it and y'all ain't going to get nothing else.
That's damn right.
And I think that was before all the reveal stuff.
That's true. I'm going to get Battlefront, but Destiny is bae. Anyway, so did you do the midnight or did you not? I forgot what you did.
I did digital. I just did digital only.
What package did you buy?
Just the digital Taken King is all I bought.
The
$40 Taken King, that was it. I did not throw money at my screen for the $20 emotes and class items that I never would have used that didn't help you out at either. So
now that's interesting. So I was like, I'm going all in. I like to buy collector's editions and flip them because they're pretty good money makers if you get the right ones. I was able to flip 4 Halo Reach, whatever the big package was called that came with the big statue, break the pieces apart, sell those on eBay, and have enough money to buy another one. So I was packing that cash in. So I was like, I'll buy this just because Destiny is one of those cult games right now that everyone likes. But after seeing what it was, I'm like, I'm opening this and keeping it. So anyway, I went with the collector's edition at GameStop, and I didn't realize that I had pre-ordered it at a place 30 minutes away from where I live. And I was like, crap, if we're going to play this at 5 a.m., what we had planned to do, I need to go camp out and do a midnight. And I was like, okay, so I told my wife, Sarah, like, I'm going to go sleep in the parking lot because I need to get some sleep if we're going to get up because I can't drive there for 30 minutes, be there at midnight, come back home, it'll be like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Something like that, and then get up 3 hours later and play at 5 o'clock or 4 hours later, and I didn't have a day at work. So I was like, I'm sleeping in the car because I drive a SUV that I can put the seats down and bring a quilt and a pillow and not be ashamed of sleeping in the car. So I go do that, and I go try to do that, and she's like, no, you can't do it. You're gonna get shot. I'm not gonna get shot.
Did you even get any sleep?
I did. So I pulled up at 9:30, paid for it. They were open straight till 9:30 to 12.
Yeah.
So I paid for it, got my pillow and my blanket, and I slept for like an hour and a half, and with visions of destiny dancing in my head. And I got it, and like everybody in that line, there had to be about 20 people, and every single person was buying Destiny. They had Destiny shirts. I heard Destiny conversations. It was like, whoa. I wish we had a portable recording thing we could walk around and interview people, because that would have been cool.
That would have been pretty cool.
I didn't know that many people were going to be around for this thing, because the midnight releases I've seen have been like, yay, midnight game, and that's over. But there was a guy I was standing with who was on PlayStation, and you had texted me, get us some more raid partners. I'm like, okay. And I was going to be talking about our podcast, come listen to us, but the conversations were just, I ended up listening versus talking.
Right.
But the guy standing behind me was just talking all this stuff about when does it go live? And I was like, 5 o'clock, man, 5 a.m. What are you on? PlayStation? I was like, well, dang. And we had a good conversation about that. But there was one guy, he's like, I'm the only guy here not for Destiny. What are you getting? Hockey? I'm like, yeah, go talk to yourself then. No. But he was like the sad guy in the store. I'm here for hockey. But I was surprised. So anyway, got my collector's edition and opened it and and read it the entire way home. I didn't look at the road. That was so dangerous. The book is well done. I like it, and there's secrets in it we're finding. But the whole group of swag items I like. I now wish maybe I wouldn't have got it because I just kind of wanted to see it.
Yeah.
And I thought I would be pouring through this book trying to find out secrets, but I'm not going to be one of those people who get it out first.
Yeah. You'll just be like me and just ride everybody else that actually has the time and smarts to figure out these codes.
Pretty much.
And just say, okay, let me put this code in for this emblem.
There you go. The treasure map is my favorite. On the back side is the sleeper stimulant blueprint. Stimulant, excuse me. I've been saying stimulant. And it's like a navigational thing with like 56 degrees north, 55 degrees north, 54 degrees north. I'm sure someone's already discovered this stuff. But there's a shader you can go find with these directions. But there's letters printed all over it. Mm-hmm. Like if you read it down, there's like RTCY, Y4. There's a cool little place that says PvP. So I know some people have been trying to decrypt these. I don't know how far they've gotten, but I wanted to be one of those people. But it's like, I got to play that game.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
You get a cool little package with some stickers, and there's a Texarkana patch, which I'm not going to iron onto anything. A thank you note, 2 playing cards, or trading card.
How's the strange coin?
It's heavy.
Is it?
It's, let me pull it out here.
Plastic, metal?
It's if you can hear that, it's a little bit of it's what do they call that metal that breaks really easily? Pot metal. I'm sure it's what it is. Mm-hmm. But it's got some nice acrylic in the middle of it. It's heavy, but I wouldn't expect a strange coin to be this size. If we're carrying 150 of these around,
try a little higher than that.
You got more than that?
I was up to 500.
Okay. Well, you need some Titan armor and Titan legs to do the squat holding up 500 of these coins. But
hunters wouldn't be
nice
able to carry
piece.
that much.
I'm kind of like the Destiny, not really collector, but I see myself grabbing everything Destiny on it.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy at work brought the last Game Informer we're in that had Orcs on the front, and I'm like, I'm taking this. I didn't tell him about it. So I've got the last time they did something Destiny from Game Informer, I got that. I got this collector edition, and it's like, I'm kind of just like, I don't want to be doing it, but I'm grabbing these things.
Well, you do have a comic book wall, so.
Well, that's different.
No,
I don't think I'll have a Destiny wall.
I mean,
and my Facebook.
There.
My Facebook. Did you see my Facebook picture?
No, I haven't.
It's the Amalon logo.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, anyway. So that was my thing. I went and got it at midnight. Slept a little bit. We didn't get up at 5 a.m. You texted me at 4:45.
Yeah, I was really close.
You ready?
Yeah, I was really close, and I was just like, no, don't even worry about it.
But that morning I did do my or that night I did my installation and got ready, and we didn't even play.
Yeah.
So fast forward to now, or to Wednesday. Why don't you tell people about Wednesday?
No, it was Tuesday. It wasn't
What happened
Wednesday.
Tuesday?
We got on and
I
did.
forgot.
We got on.
Oh, we did.
We got on and pushed out all of our subclass stuff.
Forgot about that.
Me and you were carrying bounties. Devin was not, but we were carrying bounties.
Tuesday has just left my mind. I forgot about it.
That's because we got a lot done, but we didn't do much. If that makes sense. We went in, ran all of our subclass stuff, and got all of our subclasses unlocked. We all dropped all of our bounties, hit 40 quicker than I think we both would have ever imagined.
We thought this level grind was going to take a couple days, but it was like an hour and a half.
Yeah. It was like 30 seconds of pushing the A button to turn in bounties.
You're right. We did the quest. That took up the time, but we could have just done it right there when we loaded in.
And then when we started, we kept playing through the story mission late Tuesday night. Me and Devin tried running the daily, which ended up being the next mission that we were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
We were both underleveled. You had hopped off. My wife was getting mad at me because I was actually playing in the bedroom and she was trying to go to sleep. And we almost had him killed. Couldn't quite do it. And then Wednesday we started. We finished that last mission where you have to kill orcs, and then that opened up everything else for us. And we have been just relentless. Wednesday, I told somebody at work Thursday, I said, I literally went home Tuesday, got on at 7:30, I think is when we started playing. We got off at 1:30 that night. We woke up at 8 o'clock. I got back on. We played until 4 o'clock. No, we played until 2 o'clock when I went and grabbed me a bite to eat. Got back on. It was 2:30. It wasn't very long. I played.
And that's when we started discovering the cool stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to quit. But I got to go to the post office.
Yeah. I played till, let's see, 6 o'clock. Had to run an errand for my wife. She was feeling really bad. Got back on at 7. Got off at 8. Ate dinner. Was back on by 9. And played till 12-ish that day. I mean, that was a long span. And, you know, I've always come to terms with what our addiction has become. You know, we've always considered ourselves, or at least I think we have, a kind of a semi-hardcore player.
I think I took a quiz recently on some collecting site, and it was Hasbro, because I'm a toy collector, and they gave a list of what do you call yourself: casual, core, hardcore, and then super fan. And I'm like, core. That's a good word. I've never thought.
Yeah, that's a good word. I guess I would have figured us for core, but whenever the raid dropped Friday, we had no idea what the light level was going to be on the raid. We had our speculations. Devin was guessing around 300, 290 to 300. I was kind of guessing it was going to be either 290 or lower. And what I was guessing my stuff on was, if you go back to vanilla, the raid Vault of Glass started at 26. Hard mode went to 30. It's 4-level gap. Now, Crota only went from 30 to, it was technically 33, but it was 32 is all we could reach. So 30 to 32. So it only jumped 2 levels.
I forgot 34 came in the House of Wolves. House of Wolves is nothing. It's obsolete to me. I mean,
yeah, House of Wolves was...
That was nothing.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
It was very... but the Nightfalls during both of those were 2 levels under max. So we have no idea what max was, and the Nightfall was at 280. So I was trying to think it was going to be somewhere around Nightfall. I was thinking maybe the easy mode raid was going to be at Nightfall level, maybe a step above, step below. One of those two. But nonetheless, it come out at 290. And when I start hearing people talk about how, you know, and I'm talking streamers here when I was watching some of the raid stuff, of saying, you know, we are the minority that are at that level to be able to even do this right now. We have played this much. You know, we've played all week, nonstop, all this. and they're only a couple light levels above me. I was lucky between all of us, and I hit 290 extremely fast. Well, I hit 290, but by like Thursday.
I was
maybe Friday.
Like, mad.
Yeah, I knew you were.
Like, I can't get on that level. I can't get.
I knew you were getting salty.
But happy for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was always secretly mad you kept getting Gallahorn, but still was happy that you had one.
I thought that too. It was like the mechanic in this game. No, I was paid off early. I had no idea what a Gallahorn was, and that was my F it button.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have one forever, so it's like we're going to keep him down. We're going to let Eclipse have his time. So that's what it was. It's balancing.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, I interrupted you actually.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
So Wednesday we started playing, to back up a little bit, and we just started doing our quests, bounties, and it kind of took us all over the place, and then we started getting to the Dreadnought and discovering those chests.
Yes.
And all the things that I think the mystery and how do you do this, the same thing that kind of excited us about, as you've heard us talk about before, Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Yeah. The zombie Easter eggs and stuff like that, yeah.
That hunt, that figure it out, that try to do it, attempting kind of puzzle pieces, that makes an excellent time.
Yeah.
So we started discovering this stuff. We're like, oh, wow. But as we're doing that, light was being gathered and new drops and everything. And you were like 250 to my 220. And Devin was probably 230. You guys were ahead of me significantly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, Devin was a good... I want to say I was more up towards 260 because I ended up having to run... I was running strikes for some reason you weren't on, but I had to run the strikes and I kept jumping up. Mm-hmm. And you were getting left behind. I mean, I was jumping that fast, you were getting left behind. I
was like, okay, I can't get my light up. I don't understand.
I mean, I even told you they make medicine for that. That it comes with your old age.
Well, anyway,
make a little blue pill you can take to
get
get your light up.
I was collecting all those little blue pills in the ground, but I couldn't get that thing up anyway. But now I'm sitting at 292.
Yeah,
and it took some strikes. And if you guys, anybody listening, is having a problem getting that light up, the best thing to do. What do they call the highest strike list? The Vanguard playlist. What do they call that?
Vanguard Heroic.
Run Vanguard Heroic.
If you can't run that, start at the Vanguard Strikes, which is just 36. I think they're 240 light.
And there's a quest for it.
Yep, there's a quest for it. And I mean, you'll hit 240 going through the story campaign or more.
Yeah. Plus, if you stay in, is it 3-2 you stay in, you get the Vanguard.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many it is. I never really saw it pop up, and I didn't get anything, miraculous from it. So,
well, what it's supposed to do if you run a couple? It's 2 or 3 you run.
It's supposed to get better drops.
Without
backing called a streak or something like that.
Vanguard strike.
Yeah, Vanguard streak.
Check your screen where if you use a consumable, that countdown, like if you're what do you call the dang things? A telemetry or your glimmer collecting things. Check that screen. It'll be a little triangular-ish logo, and it'll let you know you're getting a bonus, or you're supposed to be getting a bonus for drops. So do those consecutively. I ran 7-8 in a row, and that helped. And then there's the infamous 3 of coins trick, if you are familiar with that.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we had fun doing that Friday night.
Yeah, so we learned Thursday, I believe.
No, Friday.
Friday?
Are you talking that he would sell it?
Well, that's right. We learned he had them and how people were using them.
No, that was Friday, yeah. That was Friday that we learned that.
So if you don't know, Zur is selling this
consumable.
A chance multiplier, would you call it that?
Yeah, it pretty much takes your named bosses or ultras have a chance of dropping a exotic Ingram or an exotic Ingram. This ups that chance. So,
and a stack of 5 is 1 strange coin.
No, a stack of 5 is 7 strange coins.
Is it really? I thought it was 1.
Yeah, that's where a lot of my money went.
I'm sitting there with so many strange coins. I'm just spending. I don't even know.
I had a lot.
I swore it was 1.
And I had to stop myself from buying more because if I don't want to run out and not be able to have something come Friday. Mm-hmm. If he sells something, I don't want to be relying on RNGesus if he's going to sell something that I won't need, or something along those lines. I'm not missing the Gallahorn this time if it comes to be sold.
You're going to buy it again?
Essentially. No, not the original Gallahorn. I'm saying the Year 2 Gallahorn. Whatever that is going to be.
I see what you mean. The next...
The Metaphor Gallahorn.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm going to always have that stash, that little squirrel fund.
I think people have learned since the Icebreaker and the Gallahorn situation, people, I hope, buy it when you first see it.
Yeah.
But
I dropped 5. I had 500 coins. Because they gave them out like crazy through the story missions. And I dropped 500 coins. Or I didn't drop 500. I dropped from 500 to about 170-ish. Off of buying Ingrams. I bought the 2 arms that they had. Or maybe it was an arm and... No, I did not buy Skullfort. I bought the Warlock arms and the Hunter arms. And then ended up buying around 11 Helmet Ingrams. And then that Friday ended up buying 100 3 of coins.
What did you get for your Legacy Ingram?
I did not buy a Legacy Ingram. I have every Year 1 heavy. I would not have wasted 31 strange coins on that.
I got you. So go ahead and tell everybody how the the 3 of coins. What would you call that?
Farming method.
How'd that work out for you? And if you need some exotics, this is something you can do.
I mean, it worked out pretty good. From first, what we could tell, didn't we say it was around a 25% chance to drop? Like a 1 in 4? Pretty much, essentially.
I got 6 off 20. I got 6 exotic Ingrams off 25 coins.
Yeah, and I got 6 off of 24.
Okay,
so about a 1 in 4 chance. Yeah, that's about a 1 in 4 chance. Sometimes you don't. I mean, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But this game right now, as much as it loved to push me up real high, I can't get weapons to save my life. I'm getting armor drops out the ass, but cannot get weapons. I've gotten lucky on a few things, gotten a couple highlight level primaries, but I can't. I've been wanting like the Zahalo that you got.
Yeah,
I've been wanting that gun. Can't find it.
The Arc AK.
Yeah, the Arc AK. I've gotten. Yeah, I don't want to burn all those coins.
You'll have more.
I don't want to burn them all. That's why. That's why I had to. Like I said, I had to stop myself from buying more coins. That was a. I went in, dropped 25, and I said, "Okay, I'm done." And then went back and dropped 25 more, and then went in and dropped another 10. And it was like, okay, I got to stop this. I've got a problem. So
it's gambling with a rocket launcher, pretty much.
Yeah, and it sucks when you kill him and don't kill yourself, and you have to start all the way back over.
Well, here's the method we're doing if you're not familiar. So, a lot of people were going to do Winter's Run and kill the priest, but if you go to Scourge of Winter, on Venus, excuse me,
you're killing Draxus.
It's the mission right below to the right of the Scourge of Winter, is that what it's called? I'm losing my mind.
Scourge of Winter is the mission name. The Winter's Lair is the strike.
Okay. It's the Winter's Lair. Bottom to the right of that, you'll see the Scourge of Winter. Am I even saying this right anymore?
Yes.
Okay. So you go... I'm sitting here thinking about this going, I don't know what I'm talking about. You go up to Draxus, fight through the waves of pissy little dregs and vandals. You get to him, you snipe him down a little bit, and then you get him within 1 rocket shot to kill. Well, you pop your coin first.
Yeah.
And then you go jump up, rocket him, killing yourself, and you watch, hopefully, a yellow Ingram fall out of him and hit the ground.
Yeah.
So you come back in, it'll still being there, pop your coin, and if it doesn't drop, you don't need to, so always check it. And don't use more than one.
Yeah, don't use more than 1 coin at one time.
Until you're ready to hose up all your eggs he's laid you and take them back to Cryptarch.
Yep.
So, my run, I got, I dropped 6 off 25 coins. I got now this is something that came up with Kotaku too. Lots of repeats. I had just bought everything from Xur, the Skullfort, the something machines.
Yeah.
Arms for the Warlock. What was the one for the hunter?
The Ahamkara spine.
Ahamkara spine. And I got one of each. I got another skull fort. I should have saved my cash.
Yeah.
I got Monte Carlo twice. That is an awesome gun. Now, that helped my light, too. The reason I say do this, if you need light help, you are guaranteed an exotic. You might get something you can use for a weapon. You might get a piece of armor you need to boost your light up. And that put me into 260, and I was up there in the hunt. As people have been doing this on Reddit, if you are a Reddit reader, you'll see that there's a lot of the same things been dropping. Lots of stuff, like I just said, that we just bought off Xur. And I was going to mention this to you. A lot of people have been complaining and saying, this is kind of screwy. But Kotaku had a little post about a response from Bungie. And, of course, right when I'm going to look at it, I don't see it. Fill in for me real quick while I find it.
Okay. What other year 1 weapons have you got, or year 2 weapons have you gotten that are new? Like your exotic stuff, like the Zahalo. I mean, okay, see that's like the same with me. I've gotten year 2 Monte Carlo, a year 2 Hawk Moon.
Got it.
Year 2 Invective.
Got it twice.
Yeah. Now the Fourth Horseman has not dropped for me. It's dropped for you and Devin.
Now, Fourth Horseman is cool if you like to shoot at the ceiling. That's all I'm going to say.
Trigger control.
I can't control that thing.
Trigger control.
But that full auto, though.
Yeah, I know. I did buy my my bad juju. My full juju. Bought my bad juju. I did get the Teslo or Telesto. That's what it is. That's the Needler. I mean, they
Fusion Needler.
Yeah, they took their gun right out of Bungie, or right out of Halo, and said, "Here you go, Bungie," or "Here you go, Destiny."
It is their gun.
Yeah, it is. But it's awesome. That thing's freaking cool because you can shoot something, especially at night. It's so funny to watch a knight throw a shield up, and then the delayed blast will just drop his health and kill him.
I want that.
I actually had a good run with Xur. I got every single Titan helmet. I've got
now that was off of his random Ingrams, right?
That was off the Ingrams that I did one at a time, which is very tedious, but it seemed to help. I got a couple duplicates, but I would buy one, run, decrypt it, run back, buy another one, run, decrypt it. You know, back and forth, back and forth. I got the Year 2 Obsidian Mind, Nighthawk for my hunter, and
Light Beyond Nemesis. Did you get any of those?
No, I didn't get a Light Beyond Nemesis. What else have I gotten? Oh, I got the Cresta Alpha Loopy for my Titan.
Got that. Now, are you speaking
also
of
got one for
Xur?
my hunter, too.
Are you speaking of Xur or
the only thing that come out of Xur was the helmets.
Okay.
Except maybe... No. Yeah, that's the only thing that's come out of helmets. Every other helmet Ingram I got was a duplicate.
Now, this is 3 of Corn Farming, right?
Yeah.
I'm just comparing notes, too. So it seems like everything I would buy from Xur... Well, I only bought the 2... I got 2 random helmets.
Yeah.
Got a Light Beyond Nemesis, then ended up farming it.
Oh, I did get the Stag from 3 of Coins.
I got that, too. I forgot about Stag.
Yeah.
So there's this pile of same loot we're all getting, and as I was reading through this Kotaku thing, this is a response from Destiny of people questioning them. If you're doing this 3 of Coin farming, maybe you should use it a lot to get maybe a chance, but it seems like this pool is maybe not all the way rounded out as we want right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, Bungie says this, in direct response to feedback from the first year of Destiny. Wait a minute, let me start this over. In direct response of feedback from the first year of Destiny from players who wanted more direct paths to acquiring exotics, we chose to move many Year 2 exotics out into the Ingram pool to allow players to identify and earn their preferred gear via quests and world drops. That means there's a select lineup of exotic gear available through Ingrams and through Xur, which can repeat if players are gathering dozens of exotic Ingrams using 3 of Coins. That's the farming on Draxus we're speaking of. Throughout the year, we'll be adding more exotic gear for players to collect as well. And then we'll be monitoring feedback to determine the right balance between random rolls and direct paths to Year 2 gear. So direct paths, you're going to come across some quests where you get some weapons. But if you do this farming, there's a small pool, and we can already see by just us talking, a lot of the same thing dropping.
Yeah.
I want to go back and do it again just to see. Plus, I need to hopefully get some stuff from my other 2 characters. But I do see how you say hold on, don't burn them all, because, well, one, you're kind of defeating the purpose of that chase, because the whole game has been about the chase.
Right.
But then, two, if you need light help real fast to be able to start doing a lot of these things, you can add a weapon and a piece of armor. So I say go do it, experiencing it. I feel like they're going to nerf it somehow. A lot of people feel like they will be.
Yeah, I think, my opinion, I think they should, if they do anything, they should add a cooldown to it. 15-minute cooldown. It doesn't break it to where it's useless, but it makes it to where you can't do what we're doing.
Right.
You could do 4 times, but it's going to take you an hour. Like, you're just going to be sitting there waiting.
So right now you can die, pop another one, die, pop another one, die, pop another. Wait, you have to pop one every time. Excuse me. I was thinking.
No, you were saying it right. Dude, you die, you die when you die. You're killing him essentially, or you hope to be. So every time you kill him, you have to pop another one.
That's exactly what it was. So when he dies, that's your name chance. I kept thinking, no, wait, if I don't die, I don't have to. But that's the thing. If you kill him and you don't die, you got to start over.
Yep.
That's what it is. So anyway, try it. And anybody who's like, oh, it's cheating, we're going to give a special prize for you guys. Haven't announced it yet, but we're going to give these nuts if you don't like Ingram farming.
Yeah, screw it. It's a farming game. It's all about loot. Farm while you can. Exploit the system. It's not cheating.
Like many in the U.S.
Devin tried to say we were cheating for holding on our bounties, and I said I did the work. I just did it before the game come out.
There you go. That's working smart, not hard.
It's not cheating because it's in the game, and I used it. I just saved them.
And then use Focus Light, and bam.
Focus Light, and bam. I don't even think I would have had to use Focus Light.
No. Oh, yeah, I forgot to get into this. When I bought the Collector's Edition, you get the
consumable
class item.
Oh, the class item, yeah.
25% boost to your subclass.
That didn't help you, did it? I still beat you to max level.
I was
not max
watching,
level, but max subclass level.
I was quietly watching, and I don't know if you played more, got more experience in what you did. That thing did not boost me above. It should have, because we were in a fire team the entire time. I should have been 25% ahead of you.
We really should. We didn't play maybe a couple hours throughout that time. Going from a brand new subclass to fully leveled up. Is yours fully leveled now?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was upset at that. I was like, I spent $20 on this. Now, see, here's where I go back and say, I wish I wouldn't have bought Collector's Edition because the the emote and the class item had me excited. The Warlock dance is ridiculous.
I haven't seen the Warlock one. The Hunter one I think is pretty cool. The Sprinkler.
The Sprinkler?
Yeah, the Sprinkler. It does, what it is I was watching it, it's the Sprinkler, and then it does the RVD, and then he pulls a bow back and shoots it, which I think is pretty cool.
It is. And I understand the hammer dance for the Titan because he's got a hammer.
Yeah, and see,
I don't know why.
I want it, but I just don't want to spend $20 on it. I want it in the game somehow. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it will. I don't want to spend $20 on it, but I want the hammer dance just because I think it's cool. Now
that's the only thing.
I've yet to see the Warlock one other than when you're doing it. I don't know if anybody knows what the name of it is.
It's called the Circle Dance.
Yeah, but I mean, do they call the hammer dance the hammer dance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or hammer time? What do they call it? I forgot now. When I want to know something, I don't know it. But like, I get it. It's the dances are related to
the subclass.
Subclass. Why don't I have the electric slide?
That's
what it should be.
Would have been awesome.
Because I'm a male swinging my hips, and I don't feel very masculine doing that. I don't want this dance. So I put my point back on, and I'm not doing that dance ever again.
Devin said had a cool idea today. He said they should have an emote that is a hugging emote. So I just walk up everybody and hug them.
Star Wars Galaxies had that, I believe.
We
used to fake hug each other, and that was fun. But anyway.
Somebody on Reddit said they need the worm. That would have been hilarious.
I would love it. Oh, here's the Titan dance is called Hammer It Up.
Okay.
It's ham it up with the MER in a parentheses, so it's hammer it up.
Yeah, okay.
I think I know something, and I'm on the spot, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. And I'm wrong in front of thousands of people. Anyway. So, the exotics, farming, do it. I say, get it while you can.
Yeah, do it while you can.
And it helps you get your light up.
Get it while the getting's good.
That's what I said. Let's see. What do you think about the new strikes?
I have yet to run Shield Brothers. The Sunless
right
Sail is amazing. I love that strike. The Saber Strike it's okay. I don't mind it. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad either.
Mm-hmm.
New to us in Xbox terms, being the Undying Mind and the Scion Flares, I don't really care for.
Scion Flare's the worst strike I've ever played in my life. PlayStation, you can have it back.
If you don't get it in, like the Nightfall playlist had a modifier, new modifier that we've never seen called Fresh Troops. Mm-hmm. And if you don't get it in that, it's just, if you go through the original version, which that first time me and Devin ran it, we went through not seeing, there was no taken, no nothing. It was original version, OG.
I love an original version.
It was an OG Scion Flare Strike, whatever the hell the name of it is. And it was just boring.
It certainly
sucked.
is.
There was not enough. There wasn't any enemies. It was just boring. And then you get to them, and it's pain in the ass to take them out. I mean, just with the elemental shields, it's a cool idea, but that strike just failed.
Boo. Now, Undying Mind is fun, but that's hard.
It is hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's the super chaining at the end is fun.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think he's got too much health. I think I hope they will lower him down, kind of like they did with Valis, to make him just a little less spongy. And
everything explodes and has splash, like even the ads.
Yeah.
Like, okay. This is too much splasher.
Yeah, I mean, see, I don't mind that. Now, the Taken version of it's a little rough, but the regular version, I don't care for it because I've ran it so much already. The strike playlist kept wanting to give me that strike instead of the new one because I was hoping to run across Shield Brothers and do, instead of having to run it for the quest line, just kind of run across it in the strike quest that I was doing and knock them both out at the same time, but never did come up for me. So,
did you get any cool loot out of the Undying Mind?
No, I did get the Arc Scion Flare for 100 though. Which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I got the Undying Mind, Mark of the Undying Mind for my Titan, and it's like a mossy mark it's like a mossy.
What light level did it drop at?
I want to say 280.
Oh, okay. And not worth it.
It's not. But I put my three. This is stupid. And when you guys finish the Eris mission quest where she gives you the 300 artifact. Do not use something you already have and what's the word?
Infuse
an old artifact with the 300 she gives you because it will only make it 296, and I got robbed of 4 points. I could have had 300.
No, that's only if you go from you were at a 290, you went to 300, or you were at a 280 something, maybe 288 or something like that.
Why is that?
It's roughly 80% infusion is what you get.
I swear everything had been coming up to match what I'm infusing.
If you see what you were doing is you were making small jumps. So say you take 4 to 6 light jump, 80% of that rounded up is going to be right at what you were shooting for or 1 point under.
Well, I learned the hard way.
So you take a 10-point jump, you're only going to go up 8 points.
And knowing is half the battle.
So
if I could do it again, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Now you know. So what I've been doing, I've been saving a lot of gear I've been getting because you can infuse them between classes. And if once you find a purple, because you can't infuse blues, once you find a purple, I'm going to step them up to get them up to the max level blues that I have to drop into them.
Right.
So... Which, have you worked on any of your other characters at all?
I went on the Titan, not last night because I didn't play it, Sunday night, and started moving over old gear I wasn't going to use.
Right.
He's now 256 light, but I haven't done anything with him.
Okay.
He's ready to start doing stuff and at an easier pace than what we had.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
I
have
haven't
take his
touched.
hand-me-downs, give it to
the only thing I did was touch. I ran the gunsmith weapons. on my other two characters, and that's all I've done. I have not touched either my hunter or my warlock. And
the whole part of
speaking of which, you need to run those. You need to run those guns tonight.
Damn it! I'm carrying too many of those bounties or packages. The whole thing with the leveling up, it's hard when you first do it, but it should be a lot easier now. We know what we're doing, or you might know what you're doing once you go through it, and then you can hand me down like I'm doing, and hope you can get some other gear for other characters and not have such a grind, because it is a bit grindy, but it's fun grind.
Yeah, it is a fun grind.
Be highlights.
Now,
we just want to do the
I'm going to go into
strike.
something that's not a fun grind. You haven't experienced it yet, but you will.
All right.
And it is your exotic quest for your sword.
I've got it right where I have to collect the rare pieces.
God,
not
that
the
takes
Hadium
forever.
Flake. What's it called where you got to get the Spirit Bloom or whatever it is?
You have to go hunt down Relic Iron. And it's called
Relic
something.
Iron.
I don't know what yours is called. Mine was called a solar something. Because I picked the solar sword. It took me, I'm talking 2 hours of straight running around farming for materials.
Bleh.
Yes, bleh is right. It was just mind-numbingly long. Because it's literally like a 1 in 10 chance you're pulling something out. And it's not more of a chance, it's more of about a 1 in 10 or more. Like, you're very rare did I ever pull out 2 within 5 of each other.
Jeez.
So, it seemed like the first 4 or 5 took forever, and then the next 3 kind of come pretty quick. And then the last 2, it took a little bit, but they kind of come quick within each other. But I'm on the, I don't even know what step I'm on of that. I don't know what else I need to do. Need to do something. I can't remember. I've got the Crucible kills and got not the Crucible kills, but the majors and the special stuff. Oh, I'm waiting on the Arms Day order. That's what I'm waiting on, which is the next step.
I've picked up. No, I haven't been offered that part yet.
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta. That's because you gotta
the rare.
finish the. You gotta finish the collection, and then that is your next step. You collect whatever you need to go pull out a Relic Iron. That's your special stuff.
I don't think I've been offered that yet. That's what I'm saying. I turned in the 50 majors or 50 and 25 Crucible, and he's like, "All right, cool, man."
No, you had to do. Now you have to go. Your next thing is your 50 majors and 10 special flakes or whatever they are. That's your next step. That's your step you're on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm behind
a little bit,
but anyway. See, the quest part of this has definitely changed this game. I was thinking back about this. Look at what we made a game for a year. It was nothing really.
Yeah.
When you go back and think about it.
Yeah.
And now there's so much meat on those bones. Like, wow.
I could not imagine if we were starting brand new, how much this would take us to do. Because
I've seen a lot of.
We've had a head start. We had a big jump, and we had a lot of playtime, and we grinded a lot of it out. But like the Crucible quest that I'm on now is insanely long, and this would have been so much content to last forever that we did not have as day ones.
We made up our own game in a way.
We did.
It was all we had.
Yeah.
Like it was raid farm, bounties if you needed them, and that's all we did. That's all it was.
We made chicken soup out of chicken shit.
We certainly did. And there's a lot of shit. I guess if you're a Crucible player, you had more to do. But like, I sat back and thought about this. It's like we had nothing and we loved it for a year.
Yeah.
Now this is wow.
Now look what we have.
And it started out wanting to be an RPG as we talked about, and now it's like, did you guys know you could do this? Were you just holding it off? Was it really a year beta to test it?
Yeah.
Or did they just say we have to make some changes? And
I think it was.
I don't know.
They listened to what we said and what we wanted, is what it comes down to me.
I think they wanted us to have it in the beginning in the first place.
Yeah, I think that's what they wanted in the beginning, but it's not what was made. And then they took all of our feedback from year one and turned into what we have today, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
That is exactly how you run a company. Listen, give us what we want. That's business 101. Yep. And some of us are so in love with the game we make podcasts about it. So anything, any kind of table scrap, we're going to just devour. And I look back at the 2 DLCs. They're kind of nothing.
Yeah,
just like we mentioned, House of Wolves.
They weren't.
House of
Wolves was nothing. I think Crota's End was a lot had a little more content than House of Wolves, but I think part of that's just the raid.
Yeah,
but those were in development before the game even released. You know, I think those were set to, those storylines or whatever you want to put it in development terms were already set in stone before the game ever released.
That's true, because it was like, hey, give us the content that was already here.
Yeah.
You took away.
Now, I think they changed. I think they may have changed a lot in House of Wolves, because House of Wolves was a step from, Dark Below dropped 3 months after the game come out, and then it was another 6 months before we ever got House of Wolves. So there was a huge gap there, and I think they changed a lot, and that's why it pushed it back. But it just wasn't enough. But then I think by the time that was changed, it was directly to, Taken King, and they had been working on Taken King for that whole year. There had to be a team there working for Taken King.
Yeah. Every time you say House of Wolves, I cringe. I hate it that bad.
Yeah, you did hate it. You never did anything in House of Wolves.
I got everything had to be done, and I'm done, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. We talked about me doing Drunk Skolas.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to be drunk to do Skolas again. And here's one thing that was scaring me, too, about this. We saw how they were trying to make more interesting boss encounters where it wasn't just shoot, run, shoot.
Yeah.
So the Skolas and the whole Prison of Elders fights, they were all...
mechanical.
What's the word? That's the word. They're all mechanics. Just destroy this to hurt that. Breaking his change. And run into disarm those mines or shoot those mines. That was just... I don't think that was fun. We did it, and there was times.
It was interesting, and Skolas wasn't fun because we were underleveled.
Okay.
Skolas would have been a lot more fun being at level and been a lot more challenging, but
attainable.
Easier kind of thing. An easier challenge instead of just being doing less damage challenge.
It was pretty much balls on an anvil. Here's a sledgehammer.
Yeah. We will go back into Skolas in our content gap that we're going to have sometime.
Yeah.
We will go back into Skolas and we will destroy him.
I can't wait because I'm going to put my balls on his forehead because that's what he needs. But I got it done, and I got it done twice. That's all I needed. But I just think back about that, and I was just scared that what they did in the Prison of Elders would be the new boss fights. Now, if you go to Court of Oryx and you do the remember the ancestral rune we played?
Yeah,
we finally got that level, that tier 3.
Tier 3, golly.
You got to damage the eyes to get ogre damage or ogre buff. That's awesome.
It is awesome.
And it reminded me of Oryx, but it wasn't so unattainable.
You mean it reminded you of Skolas?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My mind is never working right. Skolas.
Well, see, Skolas never had that damage this to damage that buff or mechanic. Right. It was, okay, run here and put yourself in danger while you're being shot at to dismantle this mine.
Maybe that's what it was. You might have put that perfectly for me.
You had to put yourself in danger instead of having to work something to do something else. I guess. Yeah.
I mean, cool for a challenge, but I'm not here for the Olympics. I don't know. It's just at a level of more fun that they've done now. And I know boss fights have always had mechanics. Every boss fight, they let you know when they're going to strike, and shoot the red spot. Wait till he jumps. That kind of stuff. That's how boss fights go in video games, but. In these strikes we're seeing, they're still just bullet sponges with a little more twists. Other mechanics are okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And not just, here's this, just like you said, you're going to put yourself out in the open in danger, survive it. I think that's what it was. I was scared that's what's going to happen here, but these strikes are awesome. The story is awesome.
Yeah, I was scared of the Sunless Self-Strike because not knowing what it is, but knowing that, we're fighting in darkness, it's like, wow. What are we going to do with that? This guy, you can't get, no boss in Destiny can you get close to except Omnigul because it will stomp you.
That's
no
true.
doubt about it. No,
I've learned that.
No big character you're going to be able to run up and shotgun because you will get stomped, which I kind of wish they would do away with some. And they kind of have spoiler alert in the raid. It's kind of went away a little bit, which is pretty cool. We haven't done it yet, but there's some awesome mechanics in the raid.
I can't wait to play that.
Yeah, as much as I wanted us to go in blind when you couldn't get your light up and Devin couldn't get his light up. Excuse me. And then the whole farming thing happened and we got hooked on doing that, and it just kind of, I come into terms of realizing we just didn't have the time to go into that raid blind.
I saw that happening.
Yeah. It just, the world's first when Gathalion and Broman and whoever else was on it, T-Rex and whoever else, bunch of Twitch streamers, when they world's first did it and it took them 6.5 hours to do it, and then I've seen stuff on Reddit of people getting stuck at the War Priest for 8 hours and Golgoroth for 10 hours and then Oryx for an hour and a half.
Wow.
It's just, we don't have the time to do that.
I know
So
that.
it's, do your research. If you want to go in blind, more power to you. Have fun. I know what to expect out of that raid, and I know what to do now. So it's more obtainable for our group to be able to do it. So,
I've never thought about it that way, but that's very true. As you get older and all these long games, you don't have time to sink into. So
yeah,
you
I
kinda
mean,
need
with
a boost to jump into
you,
it.
you know, I tend to have a little more time than you do to play now because you're always off doing something.
Your wife is an OCD or a big planner.
Well, she used to be, but now she's working, so she's OCD'd on that, and I can't help her do that stuff, which is great for my gaming
I need
life.
to talk to Bill Cosby. Yeah, I need to talk to Bill Cosby to see what he's got. Put in my wife's drink. Oh, she's sleeping.
Just give her some pudding pops.
Anyway.
And then now Devin with the newborn, he doesn't have as much time. Not to mention the freaking internet connection he's got. I'm worried about that.
His internet has AIDS.
It's something, and I don't know. And he keeps trying to blame it on Bungie, and it is all him because I have stayed connected the entire time.
Yep.
And it's just, getting kicked 5, 6, 7, 8 times a night, and just it's annoying. And I'm afraid to go in the raid with that. And I told him that today. I was like, look, I said, I'm afraid to go in the raid with you and your internet because you're going to get kicked. And he was like, well, it only happens when this. I said, well, you're going to make sure that computer's turned off and unplugged so there's no interference there.
His dad will get mad, but like, hey.
Look, the squad's online. Yeah, the squad's online, though. But we're going to, we will dive into the raid hopefully maybe next week sometime, starting early and just work our way through it piece by piece, checkpoint by checkpoint.
I'm still thinking that me collecting light, if I can possibly do that, will be helpful too. And I'm still...
Well, you're at level, so that's all that matters.
Right.
I'm
there.
You're at
I'd
level.
like to
I would like to find a little bit different guns than my 7-shot hand cannon that's a 297. Hopefully I will hit... Actually, I know I will hit rank 3 with the gunsmith come tomorrow. So I will get my exotic gun. My exotic auto rifle for my Titan. So I'll have that gun. I just don't know what light level it'll be at. But
I'm sorry, but the gunsmith bounties are kind of boring. That's all I have to say.
They are kind of boring, but you do them for a reason.
Okay, go ahead.
You get your exotic class gun. That's why you do them.
Have I gotten mine or no?
No. You've got to reach rank 3.
Okay. I don't know.
And I'm at rank 2.5. Because I stopped, for some reason the game stopped dropping the little guns that you turn in for rep throughout the, just finding them. They stopped dropping them for me. I haven't seen one in a while. But I'm at 2.5. So come tomorrow, run a couple guns. I should be at 3. You get the quest. Now, you got your fusion rifle, which is your legendary that you get at 2.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. Titans get a shotgun. Devin got a sniper, which is actually a really good sniper, it sounds like. I don't know what your...
Black Hammerish.
Yeah, it is Black Hammerish. I think Warlocks get a scout rifle for hitting rank 3, an exotic scout. Devin gets the Ace of Spades hand cannon, and I get the machine gun with the big shield on the front of it.
Charge with it. Poke you in the face with a barrel.
Yeah. Ram you with the shield. But that'll be fun. That'll be probably a gun that I take in there to use. And then I need to work on getting me a sniper or a fusion. Actually, I take that back. I got a dead orbit fusion last night that is maxed impact, and I think it's at like 296 or something. It's pretty high. So
Triple D's online.
the squad's online though. About to be when we get off.
I was going to say one time about we were talking about the Dark Blade. That was it called the
Sunless Cell.
Sunless Cell. You can hit your ghost and pull him up, and
Yeah,
you can
it'll scan
spin
over
around
him.
the room to scan.
Yeah.
You can see where he's at earlier than waiting for his head to pop up in the light.
Yeah.
Just a tip. Anyway,
How cool was getting to the scent chest in the mausoleum?
that's what I'm talking about.
That was
That's
freaking
mystery,
awesome to get there.
Something extra to do. It's not just you find a drop, use it. Now that's the kind of thing I hope they do more of. Puzzle elements have never been my thing,
But they are now, aren't they?
Well, when you do it the right way.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't a big Portal fan because that's all puzzle and it's like I got to rack my brain. But whenever you give me I need to find this to find this to find this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm all in that because it's like it's the clue. It's small time clue.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we were just jumping around discovering these chests were around there, and that Agnarok thing dropped the rune.
Yeah.
And then we started, there's a name over here that matches that. And Devin was running off into another place. There's find a key of ear. And
Yeah, and then here me and you go
are.
jumping across, or I think it was me that did it first. Go jumping across
Yeah,
just a
you were
wide
over
gap.
there.
I'm just like, hey, what's over here? Let me see. Oh, there's a bridge. Okay, let me jump here.
what's the name of this place again?
The mausoleum is where the scent chest is.
The scent is the key.
Scent is the key. And then there's also a chest in there called key of that needs a key of maggots.
That's right.
And what you do is you stand at that key of maggots chest for 45 seconds to a minute. And
just to jump in, I found out you can stand at the doorway too.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to be on top.
Well,
of
that's
it.
good.
Save you some time.
That will actually save about 5 seconds, I think. It's best to do it with a fire team. I don't know how you could do it without one. Unless you just absolutely memorize the jumps and get lucky. But what we did was you all have to grab it one at a time, and you essentially have your other two teammates standing on the jumps midway through and kind of running along with you to pull up, like knowing where they're going to jump so you can make this, because you literally got 1 minute to move halfway across this room and make some pretty difficult jumps over nothingness to get a appearing ledge under your feet, and then you run over and grab this chest with 5 to 10 seconds left. So you got a little bit of room. You got a little bit of room, but not much.
So over there are 3 blind thralls that are majors.
Yep, that are immune.
They'll attack you, and
you cannot damage them.
there you go.
Yeah,
they will attack you unless you don't have this scent of worms that you get by standing by the chest of maggots.
yeah. As long as you smell like them, they're okay. They don't mind you. But if you smell different, they're going to be all over your ass.
We were trying to figure out how that happened, and as we were playing with it, you're like, "There's a guy that's got something over his head. He had an effect."
Yeah. That's kind of, you could see 3 people moving along, so you could kind of what are these guys doing? They're not. I was like, they're kind of going a weird way. I don't know how they're going to make it, and then they die. I'm like, what are they doing? And then I just don't, like I said, I don't have time to sit there and figure that shit out myself. I don't know if I ever would have figured that shit out myself. So, of course,
we'd never stay around that room long enough to notice.
Right, yeah. I mean, we've got other things to do. We were, at the time, prepping to try to do the raid Friday night. So it was kind of more of, hey, let's look this up. Oh, hey, guess what? We go stand in this room with this key of maggots chest. And then, okay, I get it now. That's pretty cool,
But we still did figure out how we got over there on our own.
Yes,
which still gave us that puzzle.
Yeah, we did find the best, the best route. And our, like I said, there's one. Let's see, you jump the first platform. Second platform is where one person stood, and then that person would kind of lead into the fourth platform, which is where the next person would stand. and then from there, that second person would kind of run forward to the next platform to go ahead and make it pop up for the person that has the scent.
Yep.
So it was a really cool, it was a lot of, teamwork between people to actually make it work.
And what do you get inside those chests?
Calcified fragment, some worm spore, a rune I think I got, maybe an Ingram out of one of them. Not much, but
Did you get some hadium flakes too?
Yeah, hadium flakes. Or did I get some? I may have. I think the big thing is the calcified fragments, because now we actually know what they're used for.
Yeah, you'll need 45 of those to get an what's it called?
The Touch of Malice.
Touch of Malice. That's the end of one
awesome.
of Eris's quest. So if you can get calcified fragments, you're going to need 45 of them.
Yep. I think we're at
exotic.
about I think we're at 18 to 20ish is where we're at.
I have 15.
You have 15?
Wait a minute. I don't know the ones I've been getting. The ones I've been getting out of boxes. I don't know. I've found the Grimoire ones. I don't know about the ones in the boxes though.
The Grimoire. They all have. There's 50 Grimoire cards to 50 fragments. So, however many Grimoires you have unlocked is how many fragments you have.
Can you go back and hit the scent as a key chest again and get stuff?
No. Well,
okay.
I'm sure you can go pull certain things out, but you're not going to pull the calcified fragment out of it. There's one per chest, and there's 7 different chests probably in that area.
So we need to go, yeah. So we need to go farm the whole breach or something.
We need to go do more Wormsinger stuff. I got another key of maggots the other day, which I've already gotten. So, just got to get those random drops on those keys that I think there's fragments all in those chests.
I've got the Skyburner's codes and what's the other thing you get? The access code or access key and the Skyburner something else, command key.
Yeah.
Can we all benefit from me having that, or do we all have to find
so.
it?
I think we all have to do it. Now, it's something to check because, it's not, it doesn't hurt us if you grab it before us or not. So,
yeah,
it's something to check. And I texted you today. I didn't see you respond to it. GhostHunter.net, the place we used to find all our ghosts, now tracks your calcified fragments, which is freaking awesome. The people that makes those tools for us to do that are amazing. So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you a lot. Saves us a lot of time.
I did go to it, and I'm like, I need to check this out. I went to the bathroom and just stood for 15 minutes kind of looking at it. I'm like, okay, I got so many of these. But anyway, so I guess to sum it up, we've been going an hour. I know we both want to go play. If you can give 3 comments, what you like of Taken King, what would they be? Put you on the spot. Or 3 things you like.
The supers are amazing. All 3 new supers are amazing. I actually like running with a hunter now. I didn't care either way beforehand, but now it's awesome to do high level stuff. The storyline was actually very cool. What you had to do, I liked the storyline in it. Like to where you had to go grab Crota's essence to make the Taken think you were, hive, so you smell like them. And just I think the patrol on the Dreadnought's awesome. Just the jumping puzzles that you have to find. And I'm sure one of those is going to get replaced with the raid whenever we do run it, but we've yet to run that, so I'm going to save my opinions on that, but it looks amazing.
For myself, I would say the story has taken a gigantic turn for the better.
Yes.
Number 1, I feel like I'm doing something. Number 2, I didn't think about supers, but I do feel like a badass electrician.
Your super lasts forever on a warlock.
And I'm scared they're going to nerf it. I feel like, okay, instead of throwing a Nova Bomb or reviving myself, if I see there's a lot of ads, I'm going to go stand there. And they don't really attack me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm actually helping out.
See,
every class helps out now. Well, they always have.
I don't think they will ever. I don't want to say ever, but I don't think they will nerf it because if you look at Hunter gets 1 shot, but it does crit damage whenever you do damage. It's an ultimate support role. Titans, if they run the Sunspot perk. The boss takes damage over time. Lots of it. Plus, the hammers are just insanely strong. If you run up and punch something with a Titan, if you've got that the perk on the melting point perk, they take increased damage, and they're also taking damage at the same time. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think they had to compensate for those full crit hits all the time on a super for a hunter, and then the melting point and sunspot strategy for a Titan. And I think they had to make the Warlock super, extend to balance it between the three classes.
I agree with that. I always, like, if I'm hurt and there's a group, you know what? YOLO. You only lightning once. So I'll turn that on and have a good time. And I survive a lot of those encounters. The bosses don't seem to attack me when I stand up and just shock them. I've noticed that.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome. I love that.
When I was running the gunsmith guns on my Warlock, I was noticing when you get meleeed, you start having this charge that runs around your body. I was like, that's kind of cool. I was like, what the hell? At first, what the hell is this noise? What do I keep hearing? And then I go in and I finally start looking at the perks, because literally when I unlocked the skill tree, I made it to almost to the third jump, or second jump, I guess it would be. You unlock double jump, and then whatever the Warlock is, I think it's control and then focus burst. I haven't quite unlocked focus burst yet, but I got up to the third grenade with all my bounties and stuff. So I didn't, I never looked at the perks, never read them, just, rolled onto my hunter and did the same thing to him. But I had to go in there and look, and I was like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. I know why I'm, feeling a little electric flowing around me whenever I get meleeed by a dreg.
I haven't experienced the hunter. I don't quite like that bow yet, but I haven't spent time with it. I see how it's useful.
I love running with it.
Definitely.
God, it's so fun to run with.
I've always been a support class fan, because I don't like being the top guy. I like being the guy that helps. I know, like, I'm supporting. I don't just me. I just love support class.
Then I think you will.
Devin playing that role.
I think you will love the hunter, because I see Devin more of a damage person than a support person, but he hasn't taken the bow off yet.
That's true.
So I mean, I know he loves that class. He don't want to play anything else right now, but I would always have taken him as a damage person instead of a support person.
I agree with that. I like helping the people at the top, not necessarily always being the guy at the top. I've always loved support. Anyway, but the supers are great. The classes are great. Subclasses are great. But my last comment, or my favorite thing about the game, that level of intrigue, that mystery, keeps you wondering, what does this mean? What does this mean? And that way, Easter eggs are just great. So all those together, where you're powerful, there's a story to it, and you can find stuff out. That's the combination I will always go to. So that's I guess all we got right now. I mean, we're still discovering stuff, and I know other podcasts are going to have more information, but like I said, we're just here to talk and just kind of like sitting at a bar talking about what we love, and we love us some Taken Care.
Yes, we do. I told you, it's turned into meth. It's made it more addicting than it ever was.
That's methed up.
Yeah, that's methed up.
My teeth
methed up. We're about to get taken into the universe again.
So anyway, this is episode 14. We're rambling, but we have a good time rambling. We hope you think it's just like sitting in a bar talking to your friends.
This is kind of what we do in our fire team party chat the entire time. We just talk.
You guys drink, I won't, because my pants will come off. And we'll just talk about this anyway. But this is episode 14, and I'm Cobra. I'm signing out. He is
PEFXEclipse.
You can find us on Xbox Live. And I was going to say too, I checked on my what is the app called for the 360? The Smart Glass. Yeah. And I saw I had 2 friend requests. If someone has friended me and I have not spoken to you or just now added you, if you came from the show, I didn't know it was there because it was 360 related. I haven't ignored anyone who's wanted to send me a friend request, but you can always send either one of us a friend request. Yep. You can find us on Twitter at Warsat Radio. You'll find in the description our Xbox Live gamer tags. And maybe coming up in the next episode, we'll have some giveaways. I've got the Suros pack I want to give away. I've got my pre-order code for that. We've still got Red Bull codes.
Yep.
If you guys want any of this stuff, you got to tweet us and let us know, and you can find that, like I said, at Warsat
and rate
Radio
us on iTunes.
If someone will, here we go. If someone will rate us on iTunes, and you come to us and say, "Hey, I rated you," and we go check it and you did it, I'll give you my Suros pre-order pack. It comes with a shader, Suros weapons, and an emblem.
Yep, and the Red Bull code.
How about that? If you want a Red Bull code, give us a rating.
Yep.
And I can see you did it, and you tweet me. I'll give you as many Red Bull codes as you want. We have ways. I won't tell you how, but I'm just saying. So that's our show, episode 14. I'm Cobra. He's Eclipse. We're out.
Goodbye.